This is a failure of game making that will be studied forever. Square Enix put not Square, I said it again. Sony put probably at least $100 million into making this game. This game has a lot of, like, brilliant graphics. That trailer was gigantic. It was a great trailer. We were excited for the trailer until we saw gameplay. Like, it was basically a straight up big animation. Those things are not cheap to make. That was like a Blizzard level animation right there, guys. Way back on the PlayStation Showcase. We were so excited for it. And then the gameplay came out as a hero shooter. We're like, what the fuck? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Guys, we have hit a milestone. And I want you to know, I did call it. I did call it in one of my videos recently. Let's see if I can find it for you all. Concord. Yes, let's see. Yes. Is PlayStation's Concord already a failure? I brought this up for you guys, talking about the issues with Concord, how the beta for Concord was already in a state of massive, massive failure. And let's just say, people hated me for it. But I was right. I was right, and I'm really just never wrong. I don't know why I can't go to my my thumbnail. Why YouTube hates me, I don't know. But yeah, we covered it in detail with a solid video talking about the massive issues. I do hate being right. I really do, because when I made this video about Concord, I didn't want to be right. I didn't want Concord to be a failure. I like shooters, I like to have fun shooters. I've been playing a lot of Tarkov recently. We've been getting excited for Marvel's Rivals and all kinds of really cool things. Shooters can be fun. And we do have a glut of hero shooters, which is one of the big problems. But I was hoping that they could turn this around. I even gave them a template. Do you guys remember that? I talked about how they could make Concord stand out. And I was like, if you make an actual single-player mode, you let it bake in the oven for another couple of months, and you add, like, at least some single-player, little mini-quests or whatever like that, and at least say that you're doing that better than Overwatch 2, or just any other things to make it stand out. And it didn't do anything, of course. And the Sony executives, Jim Ryan, was like, oh, you just gotta have faith. Don't worry, we just gotta have faith. And it launched to some of the worst numbers of all time. And we'll look at the actual numbers as well. Here it is. So the actual numbers right now for Concord. 241 players on Steam. It launched to 241 players. Oh my god, dude. This is the worst launch out of any game I've ever seen. And we can compare it to a lot of the games. So let's see Overwatch right now. And the peak was at 700. 697 was the peak. So that was like the all-time peak, man. That was like the minute it launched to literally no one playing it. And we'll go over the reasons why, by the way. So do not worry. We'll cover all those reasons why. So comparing it to Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is at 75,000 concurrent players peak 12 months ago. 24-hour peak. We'll do that. 57,000, which is, and this is only Steam numbers. This is not via just the Blizzard launcher, which is how most people play Overwatch. So it's not even the total number. Destiny 2, another live service game, 37,000. And let's compare it. Yeah, Deadlock, which is not even announced. It's this is in closed beta. This is like something that you have to be invited to and everything like that. And that is at 1,000 people right now. We got, oh, no, actually, no, it's, Jesus Christ, it's up to 64,000. Those numbers are really old. Oh my God. Yeah, 64,000 people for this game. And that's the Valve-made hero shooter. Look at Warframe's concurrent. Yeah, who knows? It's going to be really, really high. Marvel's Avengers. This game no longer has updates, guys. This game no longer has updates. It's a dead game. It is legitimately a dead game, and it's basically almost matching Concord's numbers. Can you believe that? Like, holy crap, man. The live service game. Very sad. I love that game, but man, it was very, very sad. Okay, let's compare it to some of the worst launches of all time. Golem. The Golem game. Oh, whoops. Am I spelling Golem wrong? I am. Golum. There we go. Oh, is it 2 L's? Yeah, it's 2 L's. There we go. I'm doing great, guys. I'm doing great. Lord of the Rings Golem. I'm pretty sure Golem had a higher launch. Guys, fucking Golem had a higher launch. It had a launch of 758 people when that, literally the worst game of last year, had a higher launch than Concord. What other terrible launches have we had? Oh, Babylon's Fall. Oh my God, Babylon's Fall. That was an egregiously one. That was right. Babylon's Fall. There it is. There it is. Let's see Babylon's Fall. Okay. Who do you think is concurrent right now playing Golem? Who knows? Who knows, man? Babylon's Fall. Dude, people don't even remember this game. People do not even remember this game. 1,188 people played it at launch. Obviously, no one's playing it now. I mean, it's super dead. But that game had a larger launch than Concord. What other, like, terrible launch did we have, guys? Is that the Square Enix one? Yeah. Yeah, that was a Square Enix one. Square Enix Platinum Games. Space Wars? I don't even know what that is. No, I mean, like, the famous, you know, dog shit launches. Redfall. Dude, Redfall. Oh my God. Redfall. Let's see. Redfall had a really bad launch. 6,000 people played it, man. Dude, Redfall had a 24-hour peak of 46. We are probably, in about a week or so, going to have equal numbers of Concord to fucking Redfall, guys. Right now. That is egregious. All right. Okay, another one. This is like some like terrible level of fun right now. Let us know. You have to look in the Discord for that, Intricate. Always look in the Discord. Keep your notifications on. It is always announced. There's a section for one-shots, for D&D one-shots in the Discord. Okay, what's it called? Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This was a terrible launch. A terrible launch. And still, 13,000 people played it at launch, guys. 13,000 people. Concord is like less than 1/10 of those numbers, man. Holy Christ. And, you know, Concord is about to hit, like, you know, a peak level on par with the dog shit Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Okay, what else? What else do we have? What are some of the other ones? Bloodlust Shadowhunters? I don't know what that is. No, I'm talking about the famous ones, man. I'm talking about the famous ones. Cyberpunk always had a lot of numbers. Yeah, exactly. Because people still love the graphics, and, you know, then it had, like, the big come-up for the game and everything. Cyberpunk before it's good. It'll be really hard for me to tell. No Man's Sky, day before. The day before? The day before. Let's look up the day before. The day before. Easily one of the most broken games of all time. 38,000 people. Who the fuck is playing it right now? How can you even... I thought the game was, like, literally taken off stream. How? 38,000 people played the day before. At launch? Concord is not even, like, in the same hemisphere as it, man. Oh my God. And this game was a literal scam. This game, by the way, guys, to compare, the day before was an actual hardcore, literal scam. An actual scam. And Concord at least is not even a scam. And it's just, it's like, what the... All right. Another big live service game that was trash. Um, we've had a lot of those. What's the pirate one? The Ubisoft pirate game, Payday 3. We can check Payday 3. Payday 3, I think launches some decent numbers though. Yeah, like when people thought it was gonna be a good game, it was 77,000 people. Who's playing it? Like 2,000 people, dude. This game is dog shit. How? Oh, I know why. Because Starbreeze keeps coming out with updates saying we fixed the game, and then guess what? They didn't fix the game. Yeah, I need to cover this game. I need to cover this game as well. This game is like something that needs to be studied. One of the biggest gaming fumbles of all time. Skull and Bones. Thank you. Skull and Bones is the name I was looking for. Skull and Bones. Oh my god. Quadruple A gaming at its finest. One of the worst games of all time. One of the worst launches of all time as well. Skull and Bones actually hit a pretty decently high. Wait. Why? What is that? Why is there not more information about this? Oh, is it because it was on the Ubisoft launcher beforehand? Okay, could be that. Well, still, right now, Skull and Bones, which is considered a complete abject failure of gaming and one of the worst Ubisoft games to ever come out, is at 1,864 concurrent players, and Concord is at 700. So let us talk about it, guys. You know, looking up these numbers is hilarious, but I think we've looked up too many of these numbers now. But yeah, why is Concord a failure? It's because Concord doesn't do anything special. Concord does not do... It has, like, decent gameplay. We covered the gameplay. But it plays really, really slow for a hero shooter. No one wanted it to be a hero shooter. When the trailer came out, we were all excited for it to be like a Guardians of the Galaxy style game. And then it showed the gameplay, and it's like, it's a 6v6 or a 5v5 hero shooter. And, like, the collective world of gaming, including us in chat when we were watching it, we were all like... why are they doing this to us? Why are they doing this to us? And yeah, it was just something that no one ever wanted. Oh yeah. Okay, looks like Paul Tassi had the same idea I did. He's looking up all the games. Skull and Bones concurrently has more players and so on. Yep, exactly. When it had a free beta, Concord had 2,300 players. Free. When it was free. And now Concord at launch is $40. So in order to play the dog shit Concord game, $40. The people in the game that you play as, here, I'll put this over here. The people that you play as do not actually look good. Look at the characters. Do you want to play as this character? 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 This is like Teemo Drax right here, man. This is the Drax at home. I don't know what this character is. Like, who the fuck wants to play this character? Yeah, Thanos Hellboy. Yeah, exactly. Fatness Marvel. Oh my god. Morbidly obese Miss Marvel. We got I don't even, how would you describe this character, guys? How would you describe this character? Did you check Anthem yet? Oh, dude, Anthem. Oh, okay. I said we were gonna stop looking at these Steam numbers, but we gotta check Anthem. Anthem is one of the worst launches ever, ever. Anthem. Where's Anthem? Which Anthem is it? Is Anthem not even shown anymore? I can't find the actual Anthem, guys, and how it launched as a complete, abject, and horrendous level failure. Maybe one of the worst launches in the history of gaming on Steam. Maybe ever. In terms of, like, big launches. I'm not talking about, like, unknown games, indie games, or whatever. I'm talking about, like, dude, this is made and backed by Square Enix. Not Square Enix. Sony. Not Square Enix. Sorry, Sony. Trying to watch my sugar intake. Just got like 3 Mountain Dew ads. Yeah, don't get diabetes, man. I have family members with diabetes. It is no joke, brother. No joke. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, let's look up Anthem. Anthem Steam numbers. Maybe that'll pull it up. Is it this one? This is not the right Anthem. Why can't we find the player count for Anthem? 5 years ago it was 4. But what did it launch to? It looks like Anthem doesn't even exist on Steam anymore, which is why we can't see it. I think it might be one of those situations where they like completely discontinued it. What was Concord's marketing budget? If you find out, let me know, because it is crazy. And the situation gets worse, by the way. Getting back to it, the situation gets worse. So here is a little trend that you see in a modern day gaming and media in general. Anytime a developer of a show or a movie or a game is upset about the launch of their game, they decide to blame the players or the watchers of the movie, show, or game. And they're like, oh, you don't like it because you have bad taste, or you're a bad person, or something like that. And Concord is no difference here. They're doing this here too. So I'm so honored. Time to go play. And then this guy's raging because the replies you can't really see the replies anymore, but the replies are like, yeah, the game is like kind of a failure. And there's like this guy just rages. This is one of the developers of Concord, and he just like hides their tweets like like a little child throwing a fit. It's a complete like wacky situation for it. It is a complete wacky situation for it. Then to add to the fire, Concord, had they had LGBTQ tags, they had political tags on their Steam page and stuff. But I want you to know, all of these game companies, they're lying to you every time they do it. Every time they do it. They do not actually care about these things. So what Concord did in order to try to buff up sales, they actually took off the LGBTQ tag and the political tag from the game. It is no longer on there. It used to be on there. We can look it up now. Let's check. Let's see the current state of Concord. Let's see Concord. This is how little that these game companies care. Yeah, it has the politics tag, but it no longer has the LGBTQ tag. And the reason is that these game companies, these media companies, anytime that they want money out of you, they'll put the tag on. Anytime they feel it's better for them to get money without the tag, they'll take the tag off. They don't give a fuck about you. So they don't care about your actual beliefs. They don't care about like doing the right thing or anything like that ever. It's just never there. It is always at their own whim, just performative. Okay, so always know that these game companies, these companies are spineless in general. Exactly. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out because like a lot of people were at least like they were like, you know what? They're staying on business. They have character tags being like he, her, or she, her, they, them. They have all the gender tags and everything like that. And they didn't stand behind that at all. So they can't even stand on business, guys. They can't even stand on business. So basically, we have a situation where Concord launches in a complete failure state because they did not listen to the community at all. The game runs super slow. The running speed for running as like, a tank is like achingly slow. Let's see if I can find some Concord gameplay to show you guys. Concord gameplay. Let's see. 11 minutes of gameplay. We can like put it on mute and just see if we can have some actual gameplay of a tank. Yeah, the character designs are absolute trash. Like, who's gonna play Mr. Hockey Pads? A guy with a gun with like hockey pads on. Like, what is this? Here's how slow the gameplay is. So the running speed is achingly slow. And this is like, one of the not tank characters. So let's see if there's tank gameplay. I want to see, you got to see how slow and lumbering the tank is. Why is YouTube so slow today? I don't understand. Yeah, exactly. I saw it, Ryan. I saw it. I'm trying to cover this though. Okay, this is the very small fast character, so she's obviously a little bit faster. But the time to kill is like not that fast. Everyone is like pretty tanky. Some of the abilities are pretty flashy and everything, which is pretty cool. But it is not like it's nuanced gameplay. It's not like, there was a trailer for another hero shooter where you could like literally put like anti-gravity on the map. You basically had like cheat codes or whatever that you could like change how the entire battlefield works. That's something unique. Marvel Rivals is unique because there's Marvel characters and it has like destructibility mechanics and everything like that. Yeah, they're not even showing the tank gameplay here. I think Penguin Zero covered it. I think he played the tank. I saw his YouTube stream for it a little bit, and that's one reason I wanted to cover it. Oh, okay, he did make a video. Crazy flop. Let's see. I'm pretty sure he played the tank a good bit. There we go. Oh, God. Okay, so he had the same idea I did. He covered Redfall and all those. Oh, my God. Golem and all those. Where's the actual gameplay? Let's see. Okay, come on, come on. Penguin Zero, show me the actual gameplay. I know you played the tank, bro. I know you played the tank. I watched you play the tank. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So this is how slow the tank lumbers. Who is going to play this? This is not a debuff character. This character doesn't have slow on them. There's no sticky shit on the ground. This is the normal movement of this character. Exactly. And yeah, Ryan says it completely correct. One of the problems with a game like Concord is when a game like Concord, a hero shooter, a live service game comes out, you start at the peak and then you start to drop. It's like any game. Like the day one that you have the game usually is the most successful the game will ever be. And if they don't get immediate market share, it's just a failure. But the thing was, Ryan, and the reason is that Concord we knew was going to be a failure. I made my video on Concord literally like, what is it, a month and a half ago? When did I make this video? 3 weeks ago. I made this video 3 weeks ago. And I wasn't unique on this. Everyone knew this game was going to be a failure. I covered it. Luke Stevens covered it. Asmongold covered it. Penguin Zero covered it. As a Moist Critical. Everyone covered it. Like, literally everyone covered it. And we're all saying the normal problems of the game. We weren't, like, shitting on the game. We weren't saying, we weren't like one of those, like, Yellow Flash and all those idiots are like, oh, it's woke. It's so woke. It's gonna die because it's woke. No one cares if it's woke. We care if it's a good game. We care if it has unique mechanics, if it stands out in a positive way, and if the characters look good. Like, who the fuck is gonna play this character? No one's gonna. Who's gonna buy a skin for this character? No one's gonna fucking buy a skin for this character. And why was it under a $40 paywall? A $40 paywall for this character is stupid. You love that character? Okay, well, you're one of the only people that love that character, and that's fine if you do. But like, almost no one in general. Like, okay, compare this character to Roadhog. Okay, right? This character, I guess the analog for this in Overwatch would be Roadhog. Except Roadhog is one character in Overwatch, and in the same game as Overwatch where you have Roadhog, who's like supposed to be like the ugly character. That's like his entire shtick. He's big, fat, he's in a junkyard, he grabs people, he just beats them, he eats food as one of his skills. That's like his shtick, right? And you compare that to the other characters in Overwatch, which is like the sniper lady who has a giant ass, Tracer, who's like literally her pose is her ass in the air and she's like hot as hell, and there's like Rule 34 porn of her for like, the ages. Mercy, who's gorgeous, golden blonde locks. And, you have the pocket Mercy healers, which, are like the cute girls and they love that character and so on and so forth. You got Sombra, who's like all the emo girls play as. And because she's like the hot emo girl, the hot Latino emo girl. And we got like all of these other characters, right? You got one silly, ugly character, which is the point of it. But then Caitlyn. Caitlyn's another one. The rifle lady, Caitlyn, who is like, very cute. She's very good looking and everything like that. It's a game filled with good looking characters that people want to play and buy the skins of. This is not the case for this game. what the fuck skin are you gonna buy for this character? Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, Horn Bros, dude, Horn Bros are like the backbone of hero shooters. It really is what it is. And Otterpay, that's fair. I'm just saying why the game is a failure. So the thing is that what I said in my previous video was very clear, and I'll reiterate. If you don't have good-looking characters, and it doesn't have to be sexualized characters, it can just be good-looking characters. The characters in Marvel Rivals is not sexualized, and Marvel's Rivals is killing it in every single closed beta. I've not even gotten to closed beta. None of those characters are Widowmaker was the name. Yeah. None of those characters in Marvel Rivals are sexualized. You're playing as Spider-Man. Spider-Man is not sexualized in that game. He's fucking Spider-Man. Venom is not sexualized. The Punisher is not. None of these characters are sexualized. They just look good. All right? So I'm not even saying sexualized. Sexualized is a different level, but it's not even about sexualizing the characters. In Marvel's Rivals, none of the characters, except for like maybe 2 of them, are even like sexy characters. All of the characters are just cool. They stand out. They have all kinds of cool skins. They do cool things. Their abilities are cool. The way they move is cool. Everyone moves fast. They have movement. They have this. They have that. They have different skills. And so on and so forth. Concord has none of these things. It just does not stand out in any good way, and it stands out in every negative way. That's my point. So if you have nothing good and everything bad, shocker, the game's going to be a failure. So yeah, it's sad. It's to see. I don't revel in this information. I do revel in the fact that I'm right, because I'm always right, and you guys should know I'm always right. And I'll always give to you straight. So, like I said, like, you know, when we're talking about Helldivers and the problems it's having, I don't want these games to be a failure. I would love to get to the point where developers listen to what me and other people like me have to say, so they just make a better game. That's all we want. We want to make a game be better. I would love for, you know, Concord to not have the issues I'm talking about. It be a good game that's free to play, that doesn't have a barrier of entry, actually has good nuanced gameplay, that is unique and fun, that has great characters, and then we play it and we have fun. Like, that's the best case scenario. But yeah, it's not the situation. And really, I would say that Sony is to blame for this. They're the ones who forced this game to come out. They're the ones who decided that they wanted to come out in the situation that it did. They're the ones that decided to make yet another trashy-ass live service game. And they're the ones that are going to have to deal with yet another live service failure of theirs. It's I think, on the list. Because right now, they don't even have, what's it called, be a success. Helldivers 2. And we haven't really fully covered that either. My display driver is also messing up, so I can't even really see my screen right now. But it's not messing up for you guys, so that's really, really good. But I can't really click too easily. I'm going to have to be really unique with this. But yeah, that's my information. What do you guys think of Concord? Do you guys think it's a failure? Do you guys think it's a success? Do you guys think I'm on the market, on the money for why it is or isn't? If you guys do or don't, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I will always give to you straight, and I don't want these games to be a failure, you know? I would love for it to not be a failure. I would love for it to be just a massive success. And hopefully, you know, these devs start to listen a bit more. And we have a bit more information. And a bit more, you know, discussion from these game developers to stop these games from being complete and abject horrendous failures. But yeah, there we go. That's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And give this video a like, a sub, share it with your friends. Anyone who plays Concord, anyone who plays competitive shooters, cooperative shooters, you know, hero shooters like this, and do know that there are good hero shooters coming out, at least. And there's a lot of market saturation as well. I think that's like another thing. Like, we don't want a hero shooter unless it really, really, really stands out. And this game just doesn't stand out in any positive way or situation at all. And it's rather pathetic. It's rather pathetic. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my display driver, guys. Okay, I think it finally fixed. Sorry, the only way to fix it is by opening my display and just changing the resolution until it like snaps back into place. But yeah, sometimes you know, I have to stream a different display than you guys see, so that's why. Anyways, catch you all in the next video. Yeah, there are probably 10,000 reasons why it fails, but slow running and character design bad probably isn't it. No, it is it. It is it, Otterfey. Because these things build upon each other. So, usually it's not one reason a game fails. It is usually a myriad of reasons the game fails. That's why I said 7, 8 different reasons. These all build upon each other. So we can actually list the reasons. Hold on, let's do this. Okay, let me open up a notepad. A new little notepad. New window of notepad. Okay, reasons Concord failed. 0 standing out at all in a positive way. There's nothing that really stands out about it. It's competent, but it's not amazing. Not being thought about? I'm talking about it. Hold on. If all your friends are playing Overwatch, you're gonna play Overwatch. Yes, this is my point. There's so many other things on the market. So many other games on the market. So we play those. It's hard to break into it. That's my point. Exactly. As in Overwatch, Marvel, Rivals, the list goes on. ETC. There's like a billion of them. Splitgate. Shit. Look at Splitgate. In Splitgate, you can make black holes and shoot through the black holes like your Portal. Like you're in the game Portal. But it's a competitive shooter. It's crazy. It's one of the most high skill cap games I've ever seen. If they wanted to go like super giga high skill cap or whatever, which is what the devs of Concord said that they wanted to do, they could have done that, right? They could have like made it stand out that way. It doesn't even stand out that way. I don't even remember the name of the game that I'm talking about, but it was at Summer Games Fest, where it was a hero shooter where you picked up perk cards, like, random little like deck builder cards, and you could make a green poisonous moss. The characters in Concord look like ass. They just look like ass. The LGBTQ tag was only put on for performative reasons and was taken off as soon as the game launched. So you piss off everyone in between because you don't even stand on business. It's just stupid. It's just absolutely, like, it just shows how little these companies actually care. Every single time they do this type of thing, it is completely performative. $40 price tag. Gigantic barrier of entry. Everyone knew this game was going to be $40 at launch. Why? Why was this game $40? Pretty much almost every single other hero shooter or, just competitive arena shooter or whatever is free to play these days. I mean, besides like COD. COD is like the only one they have to buy. And even that, like, I think the multiplayer component you can play for free, right? Or if I'm not mistaken. Halo Infinite you could play for free, so on and so forth. X Defiant is completely free. All you do is buy skins. And, Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is free to play now. All you do is buy skins, so on and so forth. And they kill you in other ways. Like, their monetization is not good by any means. But people at least play those games. Destiny 2 is free to play now. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'll answer that in a moment. What other issue for Concord? I mean, I think these are the myriad of issues, really, when it distilled down, right, guys? Is there anything else, Otterfade, that I missed? Because, you're more of a target audience than Cap is? Well, the thing is, they don't have a target audience. Who's their target audience? Is their target audience people who care about LGBTQ issues? Because if so, I am their target audience. However, they didn't even stand on business. So why would I play? I knew it was performative from minute one. There's nothing that I care about that they did. Because they didn't even stand on it. They took it off. As soon as the game was being a failure at launch, they decided to take the tag off. That's what I mean. I don't think they have a target audience. I don't think they know who their target audience is. Is their target audience people who play Overwatch? They don't have the PvE mode at all. They could have made one because when the trailer for it came out with like the big story vignette, everyone was excited. Everyone was like, holy shit, this looks like a great PvE game. Like a fantastic, like, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy style game. And then it's not that at all. And you're like, oh, fuck. They could have, you know, let it sit in the oven a little bit more. Add some, you know, short-term PvE type of deal, like a a couple of little story beats or whatever, and that you can actually play as. Say that there's PvE in the game, and that could have pulled Overwatch 2 people. Right? They didn't do that. They didn't do that. You gotta go to bed? No worries, Lana. Thank you for hopping in for a bit. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, there's literally nothing good that stands out, and there's countless reasons the game failed. And I could go on, but like I think all of the reasons kind of goes into one of these 5 little trees right here. These are not like, you know, the small branches. These are the overall trunks. Otterfey. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to give you the most complete answer possible. Anyways, like I said, if you like this video, if you like this information, give it a like, give it a sub, share it with your friends. I would love to see games like this not fail, and I really hope the devs take it into account what they can do to make a game like this succeed. It starts with respecting the audience. And it starts with, in terms of respecting the audience, listening to the fucking audience. It's really not that complicated. If we say a game doesn't look good and there's nothing that stands out, it's not because we want the game to fail. It's because we want the game to succeed, and right now, it doesn't look like it's going to. If we say that the characters are not looking good, it's not because we're trying to be weird and try to wank off to Rule 34 porn. Marvel's Rivals doesn't have that. All we want is good-looking characters that are interesting. None of these characters, to me, are interesting at all, in any way, shape, or form, and so on and so forth. There's a lot. It just, the list goes on and on and on. But yeah, hopefully the devs listen more. A lot of Rule 34 Venom definitely exists. Well, I mean, comic book fans are weird, man. I'm talking about particularly Marvel Rivals Mage. I'm not talking about, like, you know, the other stuff which the lexicon of these characters exist. Yes, there's Rule 34 of every single character out there. I'm talking about Marvel's Rivals' point is not sexualizing the characters. That's my point. You don't have to... X-Defiant characters are not sexualized. They're just random shooter characters. They all have hero skills and stuff, and so on and so forth. So it has a little bit of that feel, but none of those characters are sexualized. My point is not you have to sexualize the characters. My point is make them interesting. That's all. Make them interesting either in their factions, either in their skills, either in their abilities, or in their looks, or preferably all the above. All of the above. There's a difference between sexualizing and straight up porn. That's true. Yeah, Minta, that's a good point. Yeah, exactly. Just make the characters interesting as well. It's like 3 different tiers. Interesting characters that are not sexualized, and sexualizing the characters, and then straight up porn. There's 3 different tiers. You're completely correct. Absolutely. Anyways, that's my entire spiel. There we go. I think we beat this dead horse to death, and then killed it again. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it because this is a failure of game making that will be studied forever. Square Enix put Sony put probably at least $100 million into making this game. This game has a lot of, like, you know, brilliant graphics. That trailer was gigantic. It was a great trailer. We were excited for the trailer until we saw gameplay. Like, it was basically a straight up big animation. Those things are not cheap to make. That was like a Blizzard level animation right there, guys. Way back on the PlayStation Showcase. We were so excited for it. And then the gameplay came out as a hero shooter. We're like, what the fuck? The cost for the game was exorbitantly high. So they lost their ass. This is another $100 million plus live service gaming loss. And Square Enix... I said it again. Sony has had several of these now. Several of these. Lots and lots and lots. The list of the failures go on and on and on for Sony. And it will continue to do so because they do not understand the live service space, nor do they understand what is important in live service, nor do they, get game making in a lot of ways for multiplayer games. Maybe they should just stick to single players. I don't know. $1 million? No. $100 million. $100 million, Link. 100 million, at least. We don't know the exact numbers. Do we have a development cost? Hold on. Concord development cost. I'm just curious if someone has the number. Concord's failure costed $200,000 per player? Yeah, various sources say 50 to 200 million. That I can understand. It's somewhere in between. That it looks like we don't have like an actual source because they probably don't want to share that actual number. So even if it's at 50 million, $50 million for 600 players playing at peak is terrible. And it is a failure on an abject level. And we will probably never see its like again. Yeah. And hopefully we don't, because I don't want these games to fail. But you know, game makers got to start listening then. It's that simple. It's that simple. Anyways, guys, that's the spiel. That's the Capcorgi take. I'll always give it to you straight. And I'll catch you in the next video.